following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
You're Logan Centurion?
Yes.
Logan Centurion.
Well done. And for that, you get the reward of knowing that they placed a wager on how your date would go.
Oh, and I bet Rosa was against. Like, she was. My date was going to go bad. And I'm betting that little toady Daniel will probably have bet the same as her.
And your hot French friend was on your side.
Oh, yeah. Of course she would be. She knows me better than the others. And also she'll probably just try to oppose Rosa on principle.
I was under the impression this was a human custom. Particularly amongst law enforcement officers.
Yeah, it can be. I wish it wasn't sometimes, but I can't say I wouldn't probably try and do the same. Not that we tried to do anything like this to Jeanette when she started seeing her.
Did you ever get Rover back for
Adonis.
the porn?
Wait, what?
Did you ever get Rover back for the porn?
Nay.
You might want to think about doing that.
Oh, don't worry, I'm working on it.
The porn was a get back. It made me green.
What? I'm not mentioning that.
Do I know about that from my discreet
fucked
recording?
with my showering
I don't
stuff.
think so,
So I took a
never
shower
came up.
and I was green.
Oh wait, I do remember that, yes. Logan doesn't know about it though. The never-ending escalation of brinksmanship.
Yeah, that. I think that went well, though.
Good.
No,
Remember, you have to call back after for no longer than 2 days.
Call back. Oh,
No more than
the
2
blue
days.
lass.
Yeah, you're gonna call Quake 3 Arena.
What?
Never mind.
Oh well, here we are. I don't know if you're getting out here or whether you're carrying on to see.
Oh, sure, I'll get out here.
Gets out.
And, well, he's, turned away to the rank or to pay the thing. I'm just gonna tactical cloak and ninja off into the night. Just gonna whee into the night.
I got you off there so you don't have to. Oh. Well, it's a good thing that I did pay your fare because you just suddenly ghosted the poor sucker driving there.
Left a little business card there and a credit check of 10 just to cover the fare.
When I left a 10% tip for the...
Ooh.
For the poor waiter.
Yeah,
Mostly Zala get bothering.
It's his job to be bothered by us. I know, I've done it.
So you guys would actually arrive at the cop bar, so we went slightly back, and you guys would have arrived there first.
Yeah. So Rosa's opening the door to let the girls out and stuff like that, but she's in a very good mood. Ladies? Boss?
You heard her, Daniel. Oh yeah, I always the butt of every joke.
But
Because you're
well,
the weak little baby of the group.
Look, tonight's clearly not my night, so I'm not going to make any fun of you. We're team loser together.
Yeah, team loser forever. I just realized what I said.
Yeah,
the future of law enforcement, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go team, super victory.
Going to be community policing
Yay!
officer with a cardigan.
Why do you come up with these silly names?
Silly names are fun.
Can I marry her
She's right, they are.
and make her exist?
Like right now, like material.
Yeah, but she's got to marry a German, so...
I'm German.
You can just say your name's Hans.
Hans Olafur.
Yeah.
Hi, honey. I was in a terrible car accident and now I look like this.
My God, Turianism. You head on into the...
Roll on in with the drink.
This is more of a club, bar, dancing atmosphere.
And Rosa, when entered, we'll do a quick head count to see if other cops have started using the bar yet.
Here's two, seasick.
Ah, it's catching on.
Is it Daniel and Jeanette?
I mean, aside from...
see, what is it? There's two real cops in here.
Savage.
Because the rest are just cadets, so, you know.
They should just join the Sidewinders.
So you're getting a drink. What you get?
Beer.
Beer?
Like the equivalent.
It'll be Dextro ales.
I swear, that man runs to the bar so fast you think he's propping it up so it doesn't fall down. Tess, you were wearing sensible shoes.
Yeah.
The last time you were wearing that cute dress you weren't, so you were a bit wobblier.
I almost kept breaking my ankles, so...
Ankles are overrated.
We'll get used to the other shoes soon, just not yet.
Oh, well, since you're wearing something that's a bit more flat, you want first dance?
Oh, okay.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. You know, it's easy to pretend. You know I was a fool.
At which point Rosa will hit the dance floor too.
I will smash back what I have decided in the moment as the greatest ale I've ever drank. And then I will also make my way to the dance floor. But I will dance. But I will dance like someone's dad at a Pink Floyd concert who's tripping.
So like Shepard.
Record.
You are presuming that's not already happened. Oh,
I've
you're not
probably
your
still
arm,
got
so you
mine.
don't have your suit cam. Oh,
Mine's
well,
probably still going.
Yeah, but it's very hard to see this.
Yeah.
Hey, but yeah,
It's like-
but if I use yours, then it will just look like V on the dance floor.
Yeah.
It'll just be like my hands.
Once recorded.
It just baffles me knowing people saying, how come you can't just dance? And another, you fucking can. You just can. What are you talking about, you bullshit artist? Play the game.
Send it like game. Use for later.
Rosina and Senorina will dance together. Daniel and Jeanette are just hanging near the bar at this point.
So I'll be with them at the moment.
So, Tiale, is it not?
It is.
How are things going with you?
Much better now.
Yes, I heard you mentioned in the news.
Yes. It was a bit of a tough time there for a few years, so through the other side of it now. Just trying to find these Void Wraith now.
I hope you do, as I have taken Rosa's family and she is quite upset about it.
Well, we found at least one, and hopefully we'll find the others. So how do you enjoy CSEC? It'll be a wee bit different from what did you do beforehand, I don't know.
I was doing some basic military work on... We have a country on Earth called France. I don't know if you've heard of Europe, it's a continent.
I'll be honest here.
Do you think I got this outrageous accent?
I don't know much about any other planets. I've been just a tad busy.
Of course.
But
And we are new on the galactic scene and very pushy.
it's see from my side, it may seem pushy from us looking back, but then you don't have as long as we do to sort stuff out.
That is true,
I mean-
but some would say that the Turians and Batarians are not as pushy as we are.
Mid-Turians.
Trust us.
We're bossy.
The Turians, they've got their place. They've brought in the military.
Oh, we know about that.
Yes. And the Batarians, well,
You may have heard of it.
they have their way.
We space China. We good.
I do not admire what they do, but I admire that they at least stick by their principles to do it.
Yes, but sticking by principles isn't always great when you're always in the wrong. I mean, there's nothing worse than just saying that every bit of unoccupied space is ours. It's not how it works.
No, but I was more meaning the fact that they refuse to back down on the slavery that they partake in their own territories.
Course of Frenchman system.
That's all right in their own territories, but I've never met a Batarian that knows how to stay in their own territory and only take their own slaves from their own territories. They all go out. So, in that respect, no, slavery for them, no.
So you think that because they do not abide by the rules?
No. If they keep slavery in their own quadrants, in their own areas, that's their own. They can do whatever. Each race is allowed to govern their territory in any way they seem fit, as long as it doesn't impede on anyone else. And the problem is, it does. They don't just have slaves in their own territory. They take slaves from outside of their territory. Even the terminus system, being the lawless badlands that it is outside their territory, but they still take slaves from it. So therefore, they're not keeping within their own laws.
Do you think they will push things too far with the rest of the council races and be kicked out at some point, or choose to leave because they cannot take the stranglehold anymore?
It's hard to see. I mean, these are early days. I mean, they've only been making so much noise lately about the territories that you humans have been taking. But again, their argument being that could have been ours is still not. But on the other side of that too is, I'm sorry, but you humans are pushing too far, too fast. If you can't hold your territories,
That is a problem. We do get attacked on the rim and the outer edges of our territory, and
if you can't defend it, then don't push out so far. But again, that's more probably to do with your short-lived, no offense, lives. We solidify an area and hold it hard so that no one can come in. But humans, Batarians, well, Turians are different. Turians will hold their territory dogmatically. But again, they've got their way that they've done things. They hold their territory very strongly. They're not pushing out to get more territories.
Yeah, the Turian defensive policy is fuck around and find out.
Yeah. but it works.
Oh.
Fuck, it works.
Do you think if you were not suddenly, how should I put this, had technology thrust upon you, that you would not have done the same?
They did. Because they don't tell it like that.
It's hard to say what we would have done if that happened.
I mean, as I understand it, most, like the Turians, the Solarians, gradually learned the Prothean technology a little more gradually than we did.
Yes, I don't know too much about our...
Because of course you discovered it, and for you or your species, it was a new thing you had to unravel, whereas we discovered that we get thrust into your world, so to speak, and then you basically help us play catch up very, very quickly.
Well, it was unfortunate for you. You hit the relays and then you hit main space straight away. You had no chance to expand or trial or search.
Exactly, we came across Turians immediately.
Yes.
It had to be Turi.
Well, they were fucking around and they found out.
I can take the criticisms
No,
of our
it's-
species, they're well earned.
Your species is still young. In more ways than one. And until you get your feet underneath you, you will be making bad decisions. We, as a race, made bad decisions. It's just lucky we live so long that we can correct most of ours before we leave.
Well, hopefully we can learn from your example.
I wouldn't say learn from us, I'd say learn from yourselves. And don't be dumb.
Oh, we will be.
Yeah.
Greedy and dumb.
Humans are so fucking good at that.
Yeah.
We're greedy, dumb, and violent.
You're just gonna sit there and take that rover? It's fighting words.
I'm on the dance floor, otherwise I would have intervened by now.
But then
But that's also what makes us great as well as bad.
that's right. I mean, let's say like with Rosa, she's come a long way from just being the CC cadet.
But don't tell her I said so.
Clipped. Sorry, all text.
But she does have quite the motivation,
Yes. She's
unfortunately.
as motivated as us, as the rest of us. Well, most of us.
That drum place. There's just one of her brothers in there for no good reason.
He's just building the drones or something.
Hey, like, you want something mechanical done? Like, you find some short-ass, hairy Latino guy? He's probably way better at it than you. I've seen those cars.
Also,
they
we'll do
make.
this.
Yes, we start noticing the drones are fucking got hydraulics for no
And you're
good
gonna play the
reason.
mini game and beat him.
We're just like,
Just get Tiala to sit on the drone.
I think I know where
Now I want to
Said,
play.
hey!
Now I want to play San Andreas.
We're gonna get banned with that one.
Maybe, actually, I don't know.
It's pretty.
Yeah, God.
Meanwhile, Rosa's actually teaching Tess to do the spin to make her dress do the flare out.
Oh god, that thing's already short as it is.
Can't wait for Jim to arrive.
We're also waiting
Good
for
boy.
them to arrive.
Door's open. You bastards!
You wouldn't hit a girl.
Bartender's like, hey, no bastards!
He just rocks up.
You grabbed Tess and you go, wouldn't hit a girl.
Yeah, he
He
did.
just rocks up and grabs Daniel in a big bear hug and squeezes it.
Daniel
You bet
dies.
against me, didn't you, you little bastard?
Alas, poor Daniel.
He knows about the wagering somehow.
Oh no.
If he's smart, he'll keep that a secret.
Tess, we're making our way to the bar. Duck.
We'll see.
What are you doing?
Hiding.
I'm not very big. I don't think you can hide behind me.
Think big thoughts.
So, Jim, Tiala.
Oh, hello, lassie.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well,
Up here.
that caught me by surprise.
I've made my choice.
But
It's well recovered.
thank you. I mean, all I did was be honest
I
and
did.
then yell at her.
I
see
did.
you there behind the little lamb.
I did say to her that you would find it out a lot sooner if I sat at the table. So that was her choice. So she did give you an out. So don't hold it all
So you
against her.
sabotaged her?
No, she sabotaged herself.
What are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, it was a dead giveaway when she walked back to your table, and then I actually saw you lot sitting there.
Well, that was the plan. I didn't want you to wind up thinking that you were being set up for, somebody was buying you out and you were being set up for being on the take or something.
On the take.
Yeah, all
That's an
all
option.
of these things that were being sent to your table and
Oh, that was. Well, I mean, we love that dessert. Violin was a nice touch.
oh yeah, the listening device that went into the planter.
Wait, what?
Okay,
Who did
At this
that?
point, I'll walk over. Jim, my money maker, and try to give him a big hug. He has no idea who I am.
There's something on me, Rosa. I don't know what it is.
It's Aquarian.
I will really.
Just be very quiet.
I'll just sneeze
Their
on
vision
it.
is based on movement.
Okay.
Have an
Please
ad.
let go. Pleased to meet you.
Gonzalo, you are Jim.
I am Jim. Very good.
I placed the listening device. I also bid in your favor.
You may recognize him as Quarian who goes to the bathroom. He went past your...
I'm not sure I was really paying attention.
That makes sense. You were on
I
a
was
date.
probably lost in her eyes.
2 steaks? Really? Medium rare? And you said were you trying to tell her that the beast is hungry?
I just wanted steak.
That's what I always wanted.
I think I may have read too deeply into his actions.
Like you can read.
I'm just
You can
happy
be
that
deep.
it worked.
In space, all warriors are cold ones.
But it went very well, I think. I'll call her back in a couple of days.
I can't believe you went with the Daniel on Fire story.
It's a great one, and it's great because it's
You
true. I didn't even embellish it or anything. That's straight up how it happened.
And I'm so glad I have heard that
Daniel?
story now.
What do you mean, Daniel on fire?
Oh, so we were doing one of these fire training exercises on the during our CSEC training, and it's not even real fire. They just make it a bit warm in there, and it's just holograms. So none of us can really get burned. But little blighter actually accidentally damaged a panel and actually set a real fire to one of the holographic emitters, and he caught himself on fire for real. And he was yelling, and everybody was just like, "Man, he's really good acting." And it turns out the little blighter was actually in pain and on fire. It was hilarious.
Yeah, but if he is
He
screaming,
could have died.
so hold on. It was a fire drill, right?
Rescuing people from situations.
For being on fire, right? And he was telling you he was on fire,
Yeah.
And you didn't put him out.
and you didn't put him out, even if it was a simulator.
In theory, the people that
But
are
yeah, we
watching
did
aren't
talk
there. You stand off to the side. Now Team 2 will run through the exercise and see how
Yes.
many people they can get out of the
So he wasn't even in the scenario. He was just on his
He was
bystander.
in the scenario.
I was just
But they
watching.
weren't.
Okay. So his team didn't put him out.
No, he does it solo. It's a solo exercise. You go in and you try and rescue as many people as possible.
It's not fun. It's It's really hard.
But then we kind of noticed that, oh wait, he's rolled around and the fire is on him, and
Smelling the smoke probably would have been a...
Actually, Daniel, I need to shake your hand, sir. That's incredibly difficult to pull off.
oh, thanks. See, someone appreciates me.
So, how did you get yourself on fire then?
Yeah, actually, I really need to know how you did that to a hologram emitter.
Well, you see,
Beers!
Oops.
clink, 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 clink. There was a trap door, and so I pulled out my gun to shoot the lock off. But the trap door was not real, and because it's all hologram,
Painted on!
and it hit the floor panel where one of the holographic emitters were, and sparks flew up, and
Did your instructors say you could take your weapons in?
they didn't say I couldn't.
I like that style of thing.
I'm guessing they've changed the parameters of that mission now. No firearms.
I wouldn't make that call.
That's great, no firearms. Not allowed to get your arm caught on fire, Daniel.
The idea is that we've reached the point now where we were doing exercises with you had to have what equipment you would have on the field on you, so it was more authentic run through.
So then it's the instructors that giving you the ability to shoot a trapdoor being the issue.
Yeah, they probably should have taken that into account.
Yep.
Honestly, I think the first thing to go to is, Daniel, why did you think there was a trapdoor? Was there a trapdoor? Did you shoot a carpet, or...
It was like a trap door. It was locked.
Are you sure?
I've just sent Sergeant a message saying, in one of your scenarios that you run for the training, is there a fire drill that has a trapdoor that
It's fake.
is fake?
You get back that there is a simulation that has a building that doesn't include a trap door as part of the scenario. Yes.
Have you removed the ability to be able to shoot it? Concerned with having talking to one of your CSEC cadets having got on fire at one stage from shooting it.
Then it's got. We have changed it so they are no longer taking live ammunition, but merely simulated weapons now.
Cool.
Hey!
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure.
It's called the Daniel Protocol.
Daniel, I just have to know.
I won't tell you on this. I just wanted to
The
know.
room, when it's not active, it's just a big square area.
It's like a big black rectangular room with yellow lines crisscrossing through it.
So, in the scenario where you successfully shot the lock off the trap door,
Yes.
what did you think would be under it?
Another room that might have had people in it.
The hologram moves with you. So as you go down the building,
That makes a lot of sense.
You wouldn't know this because on the flotilla, the hologram room is actually just a bunch of cardboard cutouts being walked around by Quarians in black.
Although the CSEC, the room that we do the training through the Turian military, you have us doing our Sidewinder training is like similar.
Very similar technology. Probably more advanced.
Yeah.
But different. It's Turian, so it's better.
Anyway, drink this.
No, thanks. I don't know
Random
what it
beer that
is.
was called over. one of the non-dextro ones.
I mean, Daniel has hit more targets than any of us on the target range.
Until I lived.
I mean, he shot everyone right between the eyes, including the baby and the blind man.
but
You Mr. Baby, you Mr. Blind Guy!
but you're not meant to shoot those.
We.
Baby could have been the
However,
next
he
Hitler.
was the only one who correctly shot the hostage who was being held, so it also took down the hostage taker. Everybody else hesitated, he just shot them through the...
He shot the hostage, didn't
He
he?
shot the hostage, but it also went through and hit the hostage.
Yeah,
That's correct.
It's correct.
But But did he do it on purpose, or was he just like
Cinematic!
Cinemas. He just shot everything.
I do not know. He claims that he knew what he was doing, but considering the baby and the blind man,
Yes.
and the other
That,
CSEC
ba-
officer,
that baby could have been up to anything.
and the paramedic,
These were all targets. Correct? No.
but they are all. Are you wondering if they are real people?
Well, if he actually shot an actual CSEC officer.
No. They are holographic constructs.
So you're saying that he has no target recognition? Looking at Daniel.